Some pretty incredible news coming out today, October the 7th, 2024, as American Waterworks Cyberattack. Water supplier says its systems were hacked. The largest water supplier in the United States. American Waterworks provide drinking water and wastewater services to more than 14 million people in 14 states and on 18 military installations. Now, I'm going to save you the suspense. Let's cover the 14 states that are serviced by American Waterworks. California, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Maryland, Missouri, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia. And again, these are the 14 states that American Water provides services to. And this is the water company, the water supplier for water supply and wastewater that was impacted by this cyber attack. I'm going to be giving you the details coming out in this article and what they're saying. And again, those 14 states are California, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Maryland, Missouri, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia. Now, here's another article coming out. Major U.S. water company hit by cyber attack. American Water, the largest water utility in the United States, is targeted by a cyber attack. This coming out today, October the 7th, 2024. The largest regulated water and wastewater utility company in the United States said that it was the victim of a cyber attack, prompting the firm to pause billing to customers. So, if you are in these states and you are serviced by American Water, your billing has been paused. Take a look. American Water stops billing for H2O due to cybersecurity incident. This coming out today, October the 7th. Take a look at the subtitle. They are reassuring customers water is still safe to drink. It confirms, which is the question that most people are wondering right now, is my water still safe to drink for me and my family? American Water Company coming out and saying, yes, it is, but a lot of people very concerned with this as they are the largest U.S. water supplier and wastewater supplier in the nation, and they're saying that they service 14 different states. Now, this comes, as I've been letting you know, we've been hearing warnings from the FBI for quite some time, and take a look at this article just coming out recently as well. Calamity in a keystroke, aka cyber attacks. How the FBI copes with the mounting threats. Christopher Wray, the director of the FBI, cyber threats are diverse and they are constantly evolving. The FBI saying that they are trying to stay ahead of what is unfolding. However, they are saying that it is just mounting and mounting, the cyber attacks that are coming, and they cannot keep up. They're saying for every one cyber defense individual that we have in the United States, there are 50 attackers coming from the CCP alone. And take a look at this. China Link security breach targeted U.S. wiretap systems. This article just coming out 2 days ago. U.S. broadband provider had their network breached in a cyber attack tied to Chinese government that targeted wiretap requests, the Wall Street Journal says. It is possible that the hackers had access for months or longer to the networks that the U.S. uses to make lawful requests for communications data, the newspaper wrote. So, absolutely incredible news coming out. They are saying that there was a cyber attack on the largest U.S. water supplier in the nation, servicing 14 different states. And they said at this time that the reports are, you don't need to worry. The water is safe to drink. They're not going to be billing you for the water as they are trying to figure out the ins and outs of what has unfolded here. But I'm going to be sharing with you the latest so that way you know exactly what is going on, because here on the channel, I want to make sure that we are aware of what's taking place. I always say we should not be sticking our heads in the sand, pretending like nothing's going on. We need to know what is going on, and it's good for us to not be scared, but be prepared. Knowledge is power, but the application of knowledge, us knowing what's going on and taking the necessary precautionary steps to protect ourselves and our family, is the true power in that knowledge. So I'm going to be diving into the articles, and if you appreciate the updates, do me a favor, hit the like button. All of these articles that I'm referencing are going to be linked in the description below. I cite all the sources for you so that way you can see them for yourself. This particular article that I'm going to be referencing coming out today, you can see it right here, October the 7th, 2024. It is going to be linked down in the description for you so you can read it for yourself. I'm also going to be referencing where they're saying that if you are serviced by this company, you are not going to be billed. And again, if you're hopping on a little bit later, I see we've got over 3,000 people live with me in the room. The 14 states that are serviced by American Water is California, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Maryland, Missouri, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia. So these are the ones that are serviced by American Water Works. The company that was hit by this cyber attack is being reported on today, October the 7th. So, like I said, if you appreciate the updates, please take a second, hit that like button for me, spreads this out further so more people can get the latest information. All the articles are cited, they're linked. I'm going to put it on the screen, get you caught up so you know exactly what is taking place. And if you appreciate that, smash that like button. I see we've got 3,194 people live with me, 808 likes, just 200 more likes. We got 1,000. The Sugar, thank you for the $2 super chat. Hey, Steve, what is happening now? Sugar, we have a cyber attack on our hands hitting the largest U.S. water supplier in the nation that services 14 states. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest on what they are saying has unfolded. BA Technology says, thankfully, I have been listening to you, bud. I appreciate you, brother. Like button and subscribe, y'all. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for supporting the channel. I see the star next to your name, meaning that you have hit that join button. Doing those monthly contributions, not necessary, but greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot. I appreciate it. I will continue to keep you up to date. And when you hit that join button, all of the articles that I'm referencing, they will also pop up in your YouTube feed as well. Just a little additional thing that I try to do for those that are helping out the channel. But let me go ahead and share with you guys exactly what they're saying so you know the details as to what is going on. So let's take a look at this article coming out today on this that says American Water Works cyber attack. Water supplier says that its systems were hacked. American Water Works provides drinking water and wastewater services to more than 14 million people in the United States and on 18 military installations. Now, in addition to that, I have additional resources wanted to mention as well, linked in the description. If you are looking to take precautionary steps and measures to protect you and your family, various links to things that me and my family are looking into as well that we are purchasing, providing, stocking up on, down in the description so that way you can check those out if you are interested. Now, the largest supplier of drinking water and wastewater services in the U.S. is the latest target to be hit by hackers. American Water Works, which provides drinking water and wastewater services to more than 14 million people in 14 states and on 18 military installations, said hackers breached its computer network and systems on Thursday of last week, taking protective steps after becoming aware of the unauthorized activity, including shutting down certain systems. The New Jersey-based utility does not believe that its facilities or operations were impacted by the cyber incident. However, it is currently unable to predict the full impacts it stated in a regulatory filing. So they believe that it has not hit the water, that the water is still safe to drink. They believe that it has not impacted or disrupted operations at the facilities. However, they're saying they currently are unable to predict the full impacts. They're still not sure at this point. And this coming out today, October the 7th, 2024. So if any of this changes, I'll be sure to let you know. But at this time, they're saying they believe everything is okay and safe. However, they were infiltrated by a cyber attack. They were hacked with their systems. Now, an American Water Works spokesperson told CBS News in an email that in an effort to protect our customers' data and to prevent any further harm to our environment, we disconnected and deactivated certain systems. There will be no late charges for customers while these systems are unavailable. They added that the company is, quote, working around the clock to investigate the nature and the scope of the incident. So this is an ongoing thing right now. They are investigating currently at this time to see what the scope and the severity is of this cyber attack that has unfolded on the largest U.S. water supplier in the nation. The company said law enforcement has been notified and that they are cooperating with them. Just earlier this year, the Environmental Protection Agency, or the EPA administrator, Michael Reagan, the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, warned in a letter to state governors that drinking water and wastewaters are an attractive target for cyber attacks. This is because they often lack the resources and technical capacity to adopt rigorous cybersecurity practices, they wrote. However, it is not just the water services that are under attack. The number of reported data breaches in the U.S. hit a record of 3,205 in 2023, up 78% from 2022, according to the nonprofit Identity Theft Resource Center. At the same time, organizations spent an estimated $188 billion globally on cybersecurity in 2023. That figure is expected to hit almost $215 billion this year in 2024. Whether these efforts will pay off is yet to be seen, as we are getting these cyber attacks left and right, it seems. Water systems, transportations, hospitals, medical facilities, communications, various things getting hit with all of these cyber attacks. Now, in addition to that, as I mentioned, American Water, the largest water utility in the U.S., was targeted by a cyber attack. They said that they are prompting the firm to pause the billing for customers. This coming out today as well. You can see Monday, October the 7th, 2024, with this update. American Water stops billing for H2O due to cybersecurity incident. American Water, which supplies over 14 million people in the United States and numerous military bases, has stopped issuing bills and has taken its My Water app offline while it investigates the hacking incident. Now, on Thursday, the dihydrogen monoxide business, which claims to be America's largest regulated water provider, spotted unusual activity on its network and later determined that it was the result of a cybersecurity breach. American Water said it siloed off parts of its network to protect customers' data, paused the My Water billing app, and called in both law enforcement and outside security investigators. Now, in an effort to protect our customers' data and to prevent any further harm to the environment, we disconnected and deactivated certain systems. There will be no late charges for customers with these systems that are unavailable, the spokesperson told the Register. Our dedicated team of professionals are working around the clock to investigate the nature and the scope of the incident, and we continue to contain and remediate our environment. We will share updated information as appropriate on www.amwater.com. The company currently believes that none of its water or wastewater facilities or operations have been negatively impacted by this incident. So again, if you are concerned about the water, is it safe? What has happened to the drinking water, the wastewater, the facilities operating the water at this time? They believe that it has not been impacted by this incident. However, this is an ongoing investigation. Hopefully nothing comes up. If anything changes, I'll let you know. But they're saying at this time, they believe that everything is safe. And the subtitle in, I believe it was this article, said water is still safe to drink, it confirms. So if you are being serviced, if you're in one of these states where American Water Works is servicing, they're saying the water should be safe. Now, in 8K filing PDF, the Water Biz filed with regulators that while the situation is still under investigation, it does not expect the incident will have a material effect on the company or its financial conditions or results of operation. Now, as the Register has reported, the water industry is one of the key parts of America's critical infrastructure that is under active attack and also very difficult to lock down. A big part of this is down to the industry's use of old operational technology that isn't patched as often as it should be and is now under nation-state attack. Last year, the U.S. government warned that an Iranian group calling themselves Cyber Avengers had hacked into multiple water supplies networks by exploiting Unitronics programmable logic controllers that were likely using the default passwords that they were shipped with. The group, backed by Iran's Revolutionary Guard, has claimed to have broken into multiple water company systems in both the U.S. and in Israel as well. China, too, has been active in trying to find weaknesses in America's water supply. Congress has been warned, and in March of 2023, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency started requiring U.S. states to audit the security of water systems, but rescinded the rule after some states and water companies went to court over the issue. This year, the EPA also announced the creation of the Water Sector Cybersecurity Task Force to look at ways to hardening up America's suppliers to attack. Now, while American Water declined to say if the attackers in the latest case had been in touch Water systems are an obvious target for ransomware operators. Once the taps dry up, people will get desperate, and even the FBI is now helping victims negotiate a payoff if lives are at stake from systems going down. So, man, absolutely just shocking to hear that this is unfolding to one of the largest water suppliers in the U.S., if not the largest. And they are saying that they believe at this time that there haven't been impacts. The American Water declining to give information as to whether or not they are currently in contact with the cyber attackers to see if there's any negotiations to get them to remove their lock, their hold, their hack on the water company. But the good news is that at this time, the water is safe to drink. They are not charging people that are unable to pay their bills at this time due to the hack. And this comes, as we mentioned, that this is rampant right now across the United States. Calamity in a keystroke. It says how the FBI is coping with the mounting threats. We've been hearing the warnings from FBI Director Wray saying that there are cyber attacks, even physical attacks that could be coming to the United States. And here we have this particular one hitting 14 different states. Now, let me know your thoughts on this. We are also 30 days away from the elections, and I've heard a lot of people suspect that we could see something here before the elections come up or before even the end of the year. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that we are about to see some incredible cyber attacks or attacks here on U.S. soil, the likes of which we haven't seen before the end of the year? If you think that we are going that route, type of 1. In addition to that, we've also got the Middle East escalating with the conflict between Israel and Iran. Iran warning the United States directly that they will feel the retaliation from Israel. And we actually just saw in the article I just read that there are Iranian-backed cyber hackers that are trying to hit critical U.S. infrastructure systems alongside of the CCP. Type of 1 if you think that we are going to be experiencing this here very soon. Type of 2 if you think no, you think that we're going to make it to 2025 without experiencing some major cyber hacks on critical U.S. infrastructure systems. Now, we've already seen this here and there, but what the FBI is warning about is infiltration of cybersecurity or infiltration of our infrastructure systems, and then them implementing all of them simultaneously to wreak havoc on the United States all at once. This is the warning coming out from FBI Director Wray. We've been hearing this for quite some time, well over a year now, as he is saying that our systems, they are vulnerable, they're being infiltrated, and they're already compromised, and that we have cyber defense teams that are trying to do their best to keep up and to keep the United States infrastructure systems safe. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this information coming out as to what recently unfolded with China infiltrating another security infrastructure system here in the U.S. Now, do me a favor before we dive in. I see those ones pouring in here. I actually don't see any twos. Everyone is saying they believe that something is going to be coming here very soon. Do me a favor and hit that like button. If I could just get 180 more likes, we would literally have half of the room. We would have 2,000 likes, as we currently have 4,019 people on with me live right now with these updates about the cyber attack hitting the largest U.S. water supplier and wastewater supplier in the United States, American Water Works, hitting 14 different states. Now, I see we've also got 4,000 people live with me in the room, so if you're coming in a little bit late, let me go ahead and share with you these headlines and the 14 states so you can know before we dive into the update of the recent CCP hack. So, coming out today, you can see October the 7th, 2024, American Water Works cyber attack. Water supplier says that its systems were hacked. American Water Works provides drinking water and wastewater services to more than 14 million people in 14 states and 18 military installations. Now, the good news is, I just shared with everybody that's live with me, we have heard that they believe at this time, from what they have seen, that the water is safe, the wastewater has not been impacted, and that the facilities operating these systems have not been impacted, but they are aware of the fact that their systems were compromised. Now, they are still investigating the situation, but we're going to be seeing if there is any updates on that, but they believe that they have not been impacted at this time, so they believe the water is safe. And the 14 states that are serviced by the American Water Works are California, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Maryland, Missouri, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia. And again, these are the 14 states that the American Water provides services. And those states, again, are California, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Maryland, Missouri, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia. So if you're hopping on a little bit late, as I see we've got almost 4,200 people live with me in the room, these are the 14 states that are serviced by American Water that was hit by a cyber attack. And they believe at this time that the systems have not been compromised. They believe that the drinking water and the wastewater services are still okay, that the facilities are okay. They believe there's still an ongoing investigation at this time. So again, for those of you hopping on a little bit late, American Waterworks cyber attack. Water supplier says that its systems were hacked. Here are the 14 states that it services. A major U.S. water company hit by a cyber attack. American Water, the largest water utility in the U.S., is targeted in a cyber attack. The largest regulated water and wastewater utility company in the U.S. says it was victim of a cyber attack, prompting the firm to pause billing to customers. As I just read for you, American Water stops billing to H2O due to cybersecurity incident. They are saying the water is still safe to drink, which I think is the number one question on people's minds. Is my water still safe to drink, even though this water company, the largest in the U.S., was hacked? They are confirming they believe so. They're saying they think that it is safe from their investigations so far. And in addition to that, the FBI warning, calamity by a keystroke, how the FBI copes with these mounting threats. They're saying they are diverse and constant and ever evolving, but they are trying to stay on top of all of these cyber threats. And here is the latest coming out for you guys. China linked security breach targeted U.S. wiretap systems. The Wall Street Journal reports this coming out just 2 days ago, October the 5th, 2024. U.S. broadband providers had their networks breached in a cyber attack tied to Chinese government that targeted wiretap requests. It is possible that the hackers had access for months or longer to networks that the U.S. uses to make lawful requests for communications data, the newspaper wrote. Now, the article says that U.S. broadband providers had their networks breached in a cyber attack tied to the Chinese government that targeted wiretap requests, the Wall Street Journal reported on Saturday. The attacks may have allowed China to gain information on the American federal government's court-authorized network wiretapping requests, the newspaper found. It's possible that the hackers had access for months or longer to the networks that the U.S. uses to make lawful requests for communications data, the Wall Street Journal wrote, citing people familiar with the matter. China denies allegations from Western governments and technology companies that it uses hackers to access government information. Government officials have been concerned that these cyber attacks could be used to disrupt U.S. systems in the event of a conflict between China and the United States, the newspaper wrote. The cyber breach carried out by the Chinese hacking group known as Salt Typhoon poses serious national security risks, the Wall Street Journal wrote. The FBI declined to respond to CNBC's request for comments. So this is the latest in hacks going on in the United States, this one in particular directly from China. And as I shared with you, we're hearing the ones hitting the water systems, a lot of them they believe coming from Iranian-backed cyber hackers hitting the United States. And we currently have conflict in the Middle East between Israel and Iran coming out and saying the United States will be held accountable as well for being an ally to Israel with all of the conflict that is currently going on. So you guys, absolutely just incredible, shocking news coming out on this. And I will continue to keep you up to date if there are any additional updates on this. I know a lot of people very concerned at hearing that the water potentially hit by a cyber attack, but I will keep you up to speed on all of this so you know exactly what is taking place. If any more information comes out, I'll be sure to let you know. So be sure to share this out with anybody that is in these states. Again, the states for you: California, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Maryland, Missouri, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, and West Virginia. These are the states that are provided service by the American Waterworks company that was hit with a cyber attack last week. And the company is saying that they believe the water is safe to drink. They believe that the water, the wastewater, and the facilities are safe. It is okay. They're saying, don't worry, but it's an ongoing investigation. And if you're unable to access the app their online services or any of these things. They're saying it's okay. We're trying to work through this incident. You will not be charged at this time. That is currently what is going on with this cyber attack on a major U.S. water supplier infrastructure system. But I will keep you up to date on more stuff, you guys. Now, do me a favor, if you haven't done so yet, if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything, take a second, hit that like button for me. Help spread this out further so more people can get the information on YouTube. Subscribe to stay up to date if this is your first time here and you want to know everything that's going on. Make sure you're staying subscribed. A lot of people letting me know they've been unsubscribed from the channel. We believe it's due to YouTube updates and settings issues. And also, if you want to stay up to date as well, turn on that notification bell, turn it to all. And as soon as I go live with breaking news like this, with updates of what's going on in the world, in the United States, you will be notified right away. But again, do me a favor, if you haven't done so yet, hit the like button. 17 more likes gets us to 2,600 likes. We've got about 4,000 people live with me in the room. And thank you so much for the super chats. I see several people sending a little bit of money for the updates. Totally so amazing. Appreciate you guys. Not necessary, but greatly appreciated. I will continue to keep you guys up to date. And again, all of these articles that I'm referencing linked in the description below. I cite all the sources, put it on the screen, read right from it, just like it's a book report. Try to hold myself accountable to the community so that way you know and you can see that it is the latest. But that's the latest, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I will keep you up to date as more unfolds and additional resources, all that linked in the description. Take care, you guys. God bless. I will catch you in the next one. This is Steve.